Just disgusted. Disgusted with myself, disgusted with the players. Coming in and play so casually on offense, 22 turnovers. I mean, you just look at the stats, and it just tells the tale of it. 29 turnovers, or 29 points off turnovers, 36 points in the paint. Just a very poor effort from top to bottom, and wasn't something I was expecting. Thought Missouri State had a great game plan. They slowed it down on us and really controlled the tempo of it. And in a low possession game like that, you can't turn the ball over. And we have too many guys that see their role as how they produce on offense. And when you miss a shot, I don't know how many layups we missed. I can't even figure. But if you in a low possession game, you're missing the easy ones and turning the ball over, and then not going down and hanging your head on the defensive end and not fighting and make it tough for them on the defensive end, you got no chance to win. So not a great performance from top to bottom.
Questions, please.
Greg, the turnovers in the first half, was it anything that Missouri State was doing defensively, or was it just careless?
I really think it was more our careless stuff. I think JB had 3 in a row, and trying to make the great play instead of the simple play, the right play. You just make simple plays. I think the plays were there to be made. In the second half, they had a couple deflections when we were trying to some dudes to make a pass to an open guy, but I think a lot of it was self-inflicted. Not that they weren't playing good defense, but self-inflicted, and a lot of them shooting the first half as we just threw it to them and they started their fast break for them. So that makes it really tough. The difference between the points off of turnovers is the difference in the game, and when they make 14 free throws and we only shoot 10, you can certainly tell who the more aggressive team is.
DeSilva was a problem. I think he hit his first 7 shots. You did a good job on him in the second half when you threw some help at him, but was his ability to produce again down to him or down to something that didn't happen defensively?
Well, I think Amandre got 2 fouls, Bronson got 2 fouls, put Devin on him a little bit, and when they have Ritter and Krekalo out there at the same time, it's tough to really help. You can get in gaps and you can bluff and do those things, but I don't think we made it tough enough on him to get the ball. Let him get comfortable right away, and that hurt. In the second half, we gave a little more help, but then they took advantage of that too. If you leave a guy to go help him, then they got guys there for the offensive boards and whatnot. But yeah, he got him off to a great start. But then Dixon controls the stuff. He's hurt us a lot of years, but it boils down to a lot on that end is keeping the ball in front of you. I mean, we just get driven and we give up way too many easy points.
In the second half, you tie the game, and game's kind of hanging there for quite a while, around a 5-point deficit. And I think you guys missed, I think it was 11 out of 12. Did you see the guys kind of hanging their heads a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty deflating, and it's our better players that do it, and you can't do it. Go down the other end on the defensive end and have an impact. We tied it, and we substituted. Then it was a quick 4-0 run by them. Put the starters back in the game, and it's another 5-0 run. So they go 9-0 after we tie the game when we had a lot of the momentum with us and came out pretty decent in the second half. And a bad player, a turnover, a missed shot again affects you, and you go down the other end and give up something easy. So it's a sign of a team that's not very mentally tough, and we got to change that, And we go on the road now, so nobody's going to feel sorry for us. We got to find an identity on that defensive end. Sometimes we do it, and you produce a little better at the defensive end. You make some plays and you make it tough on people. You get a W. You defend like you do tonight, and you have no chance.
When you go down the line with each player, what's the message that you send to them to try to get them back on track to where they were a couple of weeks ago? How do you approach that?
That's a good question. You and I have talked about it some. I take the blame for a lot, and I should. But they also, you talk to them, each one of them has to look in the mirror, and you have to produce. You have to to bring something to the team that we need. And it's not just by getting how many shots, and it's not just by scoring how many points. And that takes guys to be unselfish. That takes guys to get over themselves a little bit and not hang their head, not pout if they're not getting these minutes or this many shots. And because we have we have enough good players in there to. One thing I've talked about is I'd like to lead the league in assists. Because I think the pass really makes for a healthy locker room. You're sharing the basketball, you're moving it around, everybody stays a little happier. So believing in the pass would help us a little bit. And I think we took some poor shots again on the offensive end, along with turnovers in a low possession game. So it's a lot of stuff. You can't really, when you get beat, it's a lot of stuff, and it's at both ends of the floor.
It didn't look like the ball movement was that bad, but it seems like some of the passes aren't leading to, the kind of open shots that you're looking for. There were some shots that didn't fall, but is there something structurally that needs to be fixed to get some of those shots?
I give them tons of freedom on offense, so it should be a really fun way to play. If you take a bad shot, that's really the only thing, or a turnover, that I'm going to say something to you. I think in the first half we really stood a lot without the ball and just kind of stood there, went one-on-one or waited for a ball screen. When you have to have movement, you have to have some movement within your offense. And when we did that, we got layups, we shot layups, we got wide open threes, and we just didn't do that the whole time. So it's something that we just got to keep getting better and more consistent with. But they should always be aggressive. I want them always to be aggressive on the offensive end, because I thought we could have done a lot of good things against this defense. But shots don't go in, it makes a little difference. I thought we missed a lot of easy ones, a lot of opportunities, and again, then it affects how you guard on the defensive end.
You knew, the transfers would change a little bit. You practiced with them, but the actual game situation, you have some guys that were playing much better earlier in the season. You think guys right now, some of them don't understand the role? You have some players that, just don't look the same.
Yeah, I think it's a continuing thing, though, Rick. I really do. When you win, it's easy. He played great, or he did this, or he did that. When you lose, you look at a little bit of everything. And anybody that comes off the bench, you want them to bring some value. Okay, if you want playing minutes, let's bring some value. But then you look at from Jordan Barnes to Christian Williams to Tyree Key, those guys have to be more productive and play better. Good teams do what they do, and you can't take them out of it. And we're not there right now. When things are good, we're okay. When we hit a bump in the road, we're not as good. We don't stick together like we need to. The body language isn't as good. So to be a good team, and we've seen them this year, was your Loyolas, your TCUs, and the teams, Missouri States and stuff like that. They do what they do, and they do it all the time. And we get out of whack a little bit with a turnover or missed shots or giving up something at the other end. So that's a sign of some things that we're going to have to change for sure.